Hitting perimenopause and menopause can both be really scary times for women. It really makes you feel like you're becoming this old woman almost overnight, which is really sad. But our bodies can start to very rapidly change. I know at 42, I started going into early menopause and my body changed. It felt like overnight. And I had been really naive to the fact that I was going to have bad symptoms of perimenopause and hormonal loss because I was healthy. I was a nutritionist. I was a weight loss coach. And I thought because, I don't drink, I eat super well, I was exercising, I was doing all of the things that perimenopause and menopause it was going to be easy. And it really wasn't. And I went through a bit of a dark depression when I was hitting menopause because my body was changing so fast, and being in the limelight, I was ashamed that it was happening to me. And it just made me realize, though, that there's so many women like me out there that are doing everything right and are still suffering with the symptoms of hormonal loss. And I think that that's something that we really all need to get through our heads and be accepting of, is you can be the most healthiest person on the planet and still suffer from hormonal loss in perimenopause and menopause. And know that there's something that you can do about it. And also know that this can truly be one of the best times of your life. I really changed things around for myself at that time. I stopped the menopause. I did. I put the brakes on it. I was able to get my hormones to be functioning somewhat properly again for several years, thanks to hormone replacement therapy, good supplementation, changing my workout routine, changing my diet, sleeping better, doing all of the right things. I was really able to shift it and bring back my cycle so that it was normal again for several years. And in that time, I came to terms with the fact that we're all going to age. We can't, there's nothing that we can do to completely stop the hormonal loss. We're all going to lose ovarian function at some time or another. We may be able to postpone it like I did, but if inevitably we will all lose ovarian function. And instead of dreading that time, we need to be proactive about it. And we need to start teaching our daughters, the younger women that are coming up, about this time so that they can be prepared, because I wasn't prepared. And I'm in this industry, and I know that so many of you say the same thing. I'd say about 90% of women say, I had no idea that this was going to be this way, that I was going to go through this, like how I'm going through it, with all of these symptoms, with the weight gain. Women that have never, ever had a weight problem their entire life suddenly hit menopause or perimenopause, I should say, and pack on 20 pounds in a year. And they're just going, what? And they haven't changed anything. Women that lose their sex drive, women that have had to quit their jobs because their brain gets so foggy they can't even formulate sentences. The list goes on. And we know that 10 to 12% of women get severe symptoms of perimenopause. And this could be, severe depression, severe anxiety, severe insomnia, brain fog, all of these horrible things. We need to know, and we need to teach other women that there's things that you can do to mitigate all of those things. All of them. There's things that you can do to stop it and go through perimenopause and menopause without all of those symptoms. And yet, very few women know this or take action on it. I've been part of several menopause Facebook groups, and I see all the time women complaining nonstop about all of these symptoms that they're having. And then they'll say, oh, but I'm not going to do hormone replacement therapy. Like they should be wearing a badge of honor because of that. And unfortunately, that's just not which what's going to happen. There's no badge of honor to suffer because you're choosing to suffer. Hormone replacement therapy might not be for everybody, but there's other things that you could be doing. And so be proactive. Please teach the women, the younger women around you about this time. Share your experience with them. Talk about what you're going through. Talk about what you're going through, even with your friends. I don't think that that's talked about enough either. Tell your girlfriends, hey, you know what? I lost my sex drive. What's happening here? Or whatever it might be, so that then they can share with you, I'm sure, the same type of story. Like, yes, I hear you. That happened to me as well. And so to have that camaraderie in the community amongst us makes it a lot easier for us to go through these times. But we need to start empowering each other to do something about it, because there's so much that we can do about it, whether it's hormone replacement therapy, exercise, stress management, detoxification. There's a lot of different things that we can do to help us get through this time a lot easier. So choose not to suffer, please. Because, ladies, truly, this can be one of the best times of your life. I've gotten to that place now where I feel better than ever. I feel stronger than ever. I think I look great. If I'm allowed to say that, I'm like, I feel great. I'm almost 50 years old. I'm 2 years from 50. And I'm like, I look better than I did at 38, for heaven's sakes. And that feels good. And I just feel like these years can be so great because we really know who we are during this time. We aren't, so all about having children, getting married, getting a career like we are in our 20s and 30s. It's a time that can be about you and about what you want. And that's really exciting and very refreshing. And so if you can, feel great, look great, and take advantage of the wisdom that comes with age, then you know what? Life in the second half is going to be fantastic. So do not settle for less.